right, Sherry. The courtship is over. Getting there is...
Cancel culture now coming for Looney Tunes characters. The French skunk Pepé Le Pew has reportedly been cut from the upcoming Space Jam sequel after a New York Times columnist claimed the character perpetuates rape culture. That New York Times op-ed not only called to cancel Le Pew, but also his fellow Looney Tune character Speedy Gonzales, accused of being a, quote, corrosive Mexican stereotype. Katie, your thoughts?
Well, I love Speedy Gonzales, so I'm very sad about that. But the Pepé Le Pew thing is interesting because I guess the scene in Space Jam 2 had Pepé Le Pew being reprimanded for his behavior. So instead of showing people a lesson, which we've all seen through books and pop culture and cartoons throughout history, they're just simply erasing it rather than teaching people about the lesson of personal space. But Pepé Le Pew, in this scene at least, reminds me a lot of Andrew Cuomo, so maybe a lesson should be had when it comes to this portrayal.
Kennedy, your thoughts?
I kiss everybody. I kiss men. I kiss women. I kiss skunks. Yeah, Pepé Le Pew is aggressive, I have to say. And I agree with Katie. They should have left that scene in because it could have been a teachable moment, which is what we really need here. You could cancel everything. You could cancel every comic ever. If Don Rickles were alive, he would have been canceled. Same for Richard Pryor. Same for George Carlin. You know, All in the Family would not have existed. Blazing Saddles would never have been written or made. You can go back and you can pretty much cancel everything, which leaves us as an undifferentiated blob.
Kilmeade, your thoughts?
My thoughts is Space Jam 1, 1996, was the best thing to ever happen to my family. It was a show movie I could actually watch with my son at the time and was totally entertained by it. I cannot believe it took so long for a sequel, but thanks to the New York Times and Dave Chappelle, Pepé Le Pew now has a bad reputation and therefore has to be cut out. There's no end in sight for all this. Nobody is perfect enough for the masses. I'm not saying he's a perfect cartoon character, but believe it or not, I'm not looking to cartoons as my role models to this day yet, or I've yet to see one animated figure that I can really look up to.
That's such a great point, Brian, that nobody's perfect, and therefore, to Katie and Kennedy's points, you can utilize them as teachable moments. It's all more information rather than the deafening silence of the blob, as Kennedy calls it. All right, moving on now. Lots of royal bombshells from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in their Oprah interview last night.